Hi Dr. Sachin, welcome to Coviline. Coviline पे आपका स्वागत है, which is Tri-City's #1 ambulance service. So everybody, Dr. Sachin is a very famous internal medicine doctor. He has a experience of over 14 years, and he's also the director of Holy Basil Mediclinic in Mohali. So welcome, Dr. Sachin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sachin, for taking out time to answer our questions regarding to COVID and the current scenario. So it gets really important these days to have the correct medical advice.
Yeah. Thank
right.
you.
So should I just start with the questions?
Yes, you can.
Perfect. So Dr. Sachin, my first question to you would be about the vaccination cocktail, right? So if a person has taken one shot of say Covaxin, and do you suggest taking the other shot of Covishield if Covaxin is not available, or vice versa?
No, see, all the vaccines are different. They are not the same. So, like Covaxin and Covishield are different. Covishield and Sputnik, which is now coming, they are practically the similar kind of vaccines. So we are talking about two different vaccines which are available in India. That is Covaxin and Covishield. So Covaxin is made from an inactivated virus.
Okay.
So that is a dead virus basically. And for Covishield, that is not a COVID virus, that is the adenovirus, that is a common cold-like virus which has been made to look like a COVID virus. So when these viruses go to our body through vaccine, they produce an immune response. Now, since both these vaccines are different, so getting the second dose won't be as effective, or we can say won't be any effective, even though there are trials going on in UK and US where they are, because there are multiple medicines, vaccines are available. So there are trials going on where they are trying this cocktail and they have not found much results as for now. So as far as India is concerned, they can't be mixed because these are totally two different vaccines. When Covishield and Sputnik V will come, then obviously because Sputnik and Covishield are like similar vaccines, so whatever the result of those trials are, whichever are going in US and UK, then we will be able to tell. But as for now, they should not be mixed.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question, which is, say, one person takes one vaccination, first dosage of his vaccination, and then gets COVID, COVID infection. So when should he or she take the next dose of vaccination, or if he or she should take the next dose of vaccination at all?
He should see, as far as the timing is concerned, every 15 days a new guideline is coming, and for Covaxin these guidelines are almost fixed, that is 6 to 8 weeks. But for Covishield the guidelines are changing, and as per the guidelines now, Covishield has to be taken after like 8 to 12 weeks. Now if a person had person had a first dose of vaccination today and after that he gets a COVID, so as per present scenario he should take second dose after 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
So after that he can take, but in some studies which has been conducted, some people are saying that second dose can be taken even up to after 6 months, but presently 6 to 8 weeks is what is recommended.
So even if the person gets COVID, they should go for the second dosage of vaccination?
Yes, they should.
Okay. So next question that I want to ask would be, are there any medicines that you should take before getting the vaccination done in any specific case or in general, or there are any medicines that you should stop before getting the vaccination done?
See, medicines has no relation with vaccination. So if a person is taking his routine medicine, they are to be taken. Like if a person is diabetic or hypertensive, those medicines are to be taken as such. Now, if a person is not taking any medicine, they need not take any specific medicine so that they don't have any side effects. So nothing will help. Only problem is with if a person is taking blood thinners. Now there are two kind of blood thinners for common persons. One is aspirin kind of. Those are not basically blood thinner; they are antiplatelet drugs. So there is no problem with that. But if a patient is taking blood thinner, that is we can say rivaroxaban or these kind of blood thinner. For that person needs to get a test just to see how thick or thin is their blood, because they have to get a jab, that is IM intramuscular. So they should get the test done, that is PT-INR. So that will give an idea how thick and thin is their blood, and based on that, then the doctor will guide when to take that vaccine. So apart from that, nothing needs to be done.
Yeah. So, just to add to this question, is there any specific, thing that people will with allergic issues or asthma issues should do in terms of medicines or
No.
pre-medicating or whatever?
See, if a person is allergic to any of the constituents of the vaccine, then that vaccine is contraindicated. Otherwise, if a person is having asthma, that is a different kind of allergy, and vaccine is a different kind of thing. So they need not do anything specific as far as vaccination is concerned.
Okay. So, Dr. Sachin, that brings me to my last question, which is, what about the alcohol intake pre and post vaccination? Because there are not very clear guidelines on that. Are there?
No, there are not. See, alcohol is only related to lowering of immunity. So, alcohol intake, initially somebody was saying 1 month, 2 months, but 48 hours after vaccination, person should avoid taking alcohol because it lowers down the immunity. And secondly, because there are most of the side effects related to vaccine are in those 48 hours. And since the vaccines are new and we are not aware about the side effects, most of them we are aware, but still new side effects are coming up. So at least for 48 hours, person should avoid the alcohol, and the previous night when he has to get the vaccination, ideally he should avoid the alcohol. Otherwise, there is no other restriction on that.
All right, Dr. Sachin. Dr. Sachin, do you want to add anything to all this? Do you want to convey something to everybody who would be looking at this video? Anything in specific?
See, one thing is that I have observed that people are having so many myths regarding vaccination, whether vaccination, say, should they go for vaccination, which is better, Covaxin, Covishield, or now Sputnik is coming. One thing I want to convey, see, vaccinations are very new, and every day approximately 10-20 phone calls comes to me, which is better. All these are very preliminary data, and healthcare is a complex field. So when we start, and we'll come to know, and Eddie will come to know after 1 year, 2 years, whether they are effective at all and how much they are effective. All these are preliminary data, and all these vaccines have got approval in emergency. They are not well-studied vaccines. But presently, vaccination has to be taken, because if we take vaccination, then we will develop a herd immunity in which maximum people will get immunized. So it will slow down the spread of COVID. Now, vaccination won't stop you from getting COVID, but it will stop you from getting severe infection. So the death rates will fall down. So everybody should get vaccination. There is no doubt in that. Which is better? It's very difficult to say. Data keep on coming. Initially, it was said that Covaxin is superior than Covishield. Now they are saying initially the effectiveness of Covishield was 56%. Now data came that after giving a gap of 8 to 12 weeks, the effectiveness goes up to 91%. So these data will keep on evolving. Nothing is concrete. So whatever you get, whether you get Covaxin, you get Covishield, you should take it. There is not much side effects. There are so many myths that people are dying because of vaccines. I have not seen a single death. And even if there is, people are dying less because of vaccine than they are dying of COVID. So it is better to get vaccinated than to get COVID. And once we get vaccinated, obviously, there will be herd immunity and we'll come out of this pandemic early. So everybody should get vaccinated. There's no harm in getting vaccinated.
Right.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sachin, for taking out time for our question. It means a lot, and I hope this information reaches as many people, so that they get aware about all these myths and that we discussed today. Thank you so much, Dr. Sachin.